Hello, my name is Andrea, and I thought at the moment I'm playing with vintage book pages, and I thought, what can I do? So this is another little idea, much the same card, just with a book page flower. And this is the card here. So it's much the same as my previous video, but this time I took some thinner book pages and made some flowers out of it. This is the book I got it from, Far From the Madding Crowd, and as you can see it's very thin. So I thought, now what can I do with that? And I remembered how back in the day of my heyday of card making, we were taught to use glimmer mist, and I only have two colours left. And when it dries, it's a spray, and when it dries, it just sort of glimmers, just that little touch. Now I don't know if it shows up on camera. I'll just try and move it around, but I can see it here. It's just a very fine glimmer, and some of you might be quite familiar with it. And if your page is thin enough, then it curls up all on its own, and it dries obscured, like it won't flatten right out again. And you can help it along as well and just roll it up a little bit. But it could make a nice extra in a little tuck spot of a journal, I thought too. And then inside I just have the insert where you could write, and the back. And I'm still on the book with the goats. I hope there's nothing that offends anyone. I haven't read everything, but it just, you know, wild cattle and yaks, other oxen, and I don't think there should be any offensive material on there. Some famed breeds of, I think it was cattle. So yeah, it remains to be seen. I'm going to let you know how these go. I'm going to take them down to the craft room tomorrow. So, all right, I'll just show you very quickly. So this time I've prepared my card base, and I've already inked around it or sponged around it. Vintage, something vintage, what is it? Vintage photo, of course. So it's sort of complete, and I'll just quickly show you how I make these little flowers. So I have about 4 book pages because they're so thin, and I've got my floral punch here, and I just punch them out. And then I have a little leaf punch, and I'm sure you could die cut these as well. And there's my little leaves. I'll set that aside, and then this makes 4 because I had 4 pages, of course. Then I lay them out on some newspaper or some brown paper, and I spray them with the glimmer mist. And the turquoise sort of comes out in that, and what have I got here? Oh, it doesn't tell me the colour. Glimmer mist for crafting. Oh, cranberry zing, and this one is turquoise blue. Just in case someone wants to know. So turquoise and the cranberry. This one somehow missed out, so I just put him aside. And I've cut out some little butterflies a little bit bigger butterfly, some leaves, and I just go about putting them together really. So I just offset the petals and try and get it pretty much centered, and then put a little pink, or you could even put a plain down. Let's do that one for a change. I have my piercer here, and hopefully I get it in the middle, and I just sort of that it goes through, and then I try and pick a brad, just a simple little brad which happens to have a little floral head on it, and I just split the pin at the back. I'm sure you're all familiar with these things, and it looks quite pretty. I like it anyway. And then if they're not curled, I just sort of go with something a little bit round and try and shape them just a little bit. And sometimes just lifting them and using your fingernail does wonders to it as well. But that's really all I do. And so that's my little flower here. And then I have this die cut here. It's made to be a pocket, and you fold the bottom part up, and it has a little finger opening there, and then I just, there we are. Takes a little while. I've got the heater on and it dries the nozzle very quickly. I should be really closing the nozzle up every time I put it down. And I've already sponged around it just to save some time. And really, I could have put the brad through there, but I didn't think of that. I only think of it now, so I just put a nice generous blob of glue it to the front, and just hold it in place for a little bit. Put some glue on the back of the pocket, and this could even get glued onto a journal page and be a tuck spot, and like a little pocket. Where did I put my card? Here it is. And I just put that down somewhere around here. Try and line it up, and then just go about pressing it on. Maybe fiddle with the flower a little bit more. You could also pencil roll them before you assemble them together, but I guess we don't really want them too standing up, you know, like in a journal, and it's got to go in an envelope for a card. I showed you how I pressed the how I cut out the leaves, so you know, one of each colour. If I had green, I suppose I might have used green, but I haven't, and sometimes it's really just enough to have the two colours, really. And there it is. Oh no, I need to cut out one of these. Sorry, I'm not very organised, am I? I'm probably very boring to to listen to. Okay, there we are. And I will just very quickly sponge around it. Here, I thought I had almost sponging done. There we are. put some glue on the back. There we are. There we are. There we are. Listening to myself, just seeing that everything is all right, I get the giggles. I really do. And I just noticed it says sacred cattle. I should really put something over that. But there it is. Another idea what to do with your book pages. I have now so many of them. I'm hoping that people like these, because I might make up packets of 10 and give them away. So anyway, I hope you got something out of that, and let me know again in comments. Thank you very much for your remarks and comments, and subscribing and giving me those thumbs up. Yeah, and all the rest. I hope you're having a great week. Mine is full of work, and I'm taking Mum shopping for a new top. So it's gearing up to be a very busy week again. But we wouldn't want it any other way, would we? What else would we do? Okay, see you later. Bye.